If you've been on my channel for a while, you will know that I absolutely love stop motion. I've been practicing stop motion since I was 8 years old back in like 2014, and it started to become more advanced by then, to a point where I'm now making my first full-length feature film for YouTube. But even though most films, stop motion films, inspired me, there have also been a few handful of indie ones on YouTube, and this is what I'll be talking about today, the top 5 best YouTube stop motionists. So let's get to it. Toast Crunch is an indie animator, and she's well known for creating her pilot for her show called Puzzle and Sling, which is now one of her most popular videos on her channel. Puzzle and Sling follows 2 female protagonists who created their own show just to try and please the masses. Sling is the nicer of the 2, the very enthusiastic one, and she tries her very, very best to make the show as entertaining as possible. While on the other hand, we have Puzzle, who is the very reckless and relentless one, and always loves getting into like just shenanigans, and they even get into arguments throughout the episode. Now personally, I think Puzzle and Sling is great when it comes to its animation. The animation is it's obviously stop motion, but you can also see that the 2 main characters have like drawn on eyes and drawn on faces, and it gives off that rather anime sort of feel to it, and it actually works pretty well. But it's not just stop motion or 2D printed faces. It also has like a little, string puppet that comes in and delivers their messages. And I actually thought the puppet was pretty funny. And it reminded me a bit of my own animation, like a type of character that I would make. So I will give Puzzle and Sling the deepest measure of respect for its art style and its attempt of humour and everything. But it's not really a perfect pilot, as there was like a sort of edginess to it that gave me vibes to like Vibsy Pop, and I'm not really a big fan on Vibsy Pop. Takana is a Japanese stop motionist, and she's well known for creating videos such as Chainsaw Bunny and Midnight Vampire. Now in terms of Japanese animation, you can tell that it's got a very atypical style when it comes to like anime, but you can also still tell that there is like a sort of anime feel to it. But one distinction that I have noticed about her stop motion is the backgrounds. Like the backgrounds are very limited, which doesn't sound like it should work, but it surprisingly does. Back in the day, I was absolutely obsessed with Lego, and Michael Hickox was the guy who introduced me to Lego stop motion, and believe it or not, was the guy who got me into stop motion as a whole. His videos consist of these fun little creations with his Lego figures, but what separates his stop motion amongst all the others that I've covered or about to cover is that his videos aren't particularly violent, and nor do they swear too much. They are typically aimed towards not just a younger audience, but also universal, like kids to adults, everyone. So like it's just suitable for everyone basically, and that's why I respect him and his work, and I thank him for getting me into stop motion. I put Docile at second place on the list because I've had conversations with this guy in the past, and he was actually a very nice, a very talkative and very influential, interesting person. He's known for creating these stop motion podcasts where he actually records the podcasts and then animates them in stop motion. His entire stop motion career is centered around balance and trying to spread his message of balance. He only started posting videos on YouTube recently and has now grown a fan base. Docile confirmed that he's been doing his stop motion in privacy for years, and then he uploaded them to YouTube very recently. And I think they look absolutely amazing, and I think y'all need to check it out. I can't talk about YouTube stop motion without mentioning Lehigh Castle. Lehigh Castle isn't just one of the most popular stop motionists on YouTube, but he was also one of the very first. He's been posting videos on the internet since 2006, and I remember back in his earlier videos where he never used to have the characters move their lips while speaking, and he used to have the plasticine as the blood, fire and water effects, but now he uses CGI for all that. And with all this, with aside from that, he also has like proper professional camera movements, like the type of camera movements that you see in stop motion films like Paranorman. And I'm only starting to do that myself with my upcoming Chip Bandit movie. But speaking of inspiring, this guy got me into, was the very first YouTuber who got me into claymation. Like, I started stop motion back when I used to use Lego for it, but Lehigh Castle was the guy who got me into plasticine models and actually creating them. And it was the more I did it, the more easier it actually got, and I thank Lehigh Castle for that. Lehigh Castle's also notorious for his very gruesome horror theme that he puts in his stop motion. Some are like very obscene in nature, and he even got banned at one point for creating a thing called Pingu the Thing, which is basically Pingu, and the video caused controversy and actually got him copywritten, but he has since re-uploaded the video and now it's back on the air because of parody and stuff. But regardless of that, he is still a very inspiring YouTuber, and I recommend checking out his videos if you haven't seen them already. Anyway, that's it for this video. I am Star Invader, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.